What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Ossuarium, entitled Living Tomb. This is released on 20 Bucks Spin. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Portland, Oregon, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very methodical, psychological, doomy style of death metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their 2017 demo entitled Calcified Trophies of Violence. I believe my very good buddy Morbid Morgan introduced me to that project, and upon hearing it and listening to it, I was sold immediately. From the sick album cover art to the even sicker musicianship and songwriting and vocals, that demo was incredibly impressive, and I was very curious to see and hear how far this band would come along and progress. And then in 2018, we got a split release from this band with another really top quality death metal band named Dragcar. And that, not only was that material from Dragcar very good, but Ossuarium's material was also very good, showing you how far they've come along. And when I found out that this band had signed to 20 Bucks Spin, I was very interested and intrigued to see what type of steps and directions they would be taking. And here we are with their debut full-length entitled Living Tomb. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 40 minutes in length, and pretty much listening to what I've already heard out of Ossuarium and listening to this full-length album shows you how far they've come along, and that they really take their strides as a death metal and doom metal influenced band very seriously, and you just get some seriously top-notch music. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great debut full-lengths to come out from bands in 2019 this year, and I would include Ossuarium to be on that very, very special short list. This is some seriously creative and solid stuff here. Musically, there is a treasure trove of riffs to be heard throughout the majority of this album. When you hear songs like Blaze of Bodies, Vomiting Black Death, Writhing in Emptiness, and then the 2-part track that you get on this album, End of Life, Dreams and Visions, Part 1 and Part 2, you just get a lot of creative and really top-notch guitar playing going on with those tracks. I really think that the guitar riffs and leads throughout this album really sound awesome. They sound very, very heavy, very crushing. Definitely something you would expect out of a Death Doom release. And you get those guitar riffs, the really spastic sort of crazy riffs being done throughout this album, to the more mellow and calmer sort of guitar playing that you hear throughout certain parts of songs. I think it blends out nicely and is executed perfectly here. The bass work on here is very good tone, very well played, very audible in this album's mix. I think this is a very well produced sort of record. I definitely think it embodies the best out of all the instrumentation that you hear throughout this album. It's really good. The drumming on here is very good too, very natural sounding, very well played, especially when it comes to the more lengthier moments of this album, going to songs like Vomiting Black Death and Corrosive Hallucination. You get some really top-notch drum work going on here. It's quick when it needs to be. When it slows down to become a little more doomy and mid-paced, I think this drum performance sounds really, really solid. I love this drum performance a lot. And when it comes to the vocals, I think the vocals sound very good here. A lot of craziness and depravity coming out of this guy's voice. Definitely something to add to this album's already bleak and psychotic sort of ideals and visions going on here when it comes to his vocal performance and his lyrical delivery. I think it's very impressive stuff, and I think this album weaves a very, very strong story to be told here throughout every single track. Going to the 2-part track again, End of Life, Dreams and Visions, Part 1. That's a pretty short song, but when you get to the second song in that little, towards the end of the album, I think it all comes together nicely, especially with his vocal performance here. I think it sounds awesome. So overall, Very, very impressive album when it comes to death metal and doom metal blending together nicely. If you were a fan of this band's first demo and split release, you're going to find something really special to enjoy here with Living Tomb. This is a very impressive debut, and I definitely will be hopeful to see a lot more people getting into it and talking about it in the future. So, if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Blaze of Bodies, Vomiting Black Death, and the two-part track, End of Life Dreams and Visions, Part 1 and Part 2. Absolutely impressive stuff. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the 20 Bucks Spin Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available in a wide multitude of physical formats. I believe there is a CD version, there is a tape version, and there is a vinyl version. There are multiple vinyl variations, so I'll show you the vinyl version that I got here real quick. Really badass album cover art by Dan Seagrave. Very good quality on this jacket. You got the band members in question, the track listing, 20 Bucks Spin here. Got a little lyric sheet here with lyrics for all the songs and credits. More credits on the back. And there are 3 different vinyl variations. There's a standard black vinyl, a tricolor black, gold, and green merge, and the version that I got, which is this very nice green in green merge. Kelly green, olive green. Yeah, you see more of it on the B side here. It's absolutely sick as fuck. It sounds sick as fuck. And 20 Bucks Spin did a phenomenal job with this presentation, as they do with every single vinyl record they put out. And I'm excited to see what else they decide to put out in 2019. This is a fucking great label. So, again, the album is Living Tomb by Ossuarium. This is released on 20 Bucks Spin. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very impressive Death Doom release, and I think more great things will be soon to come from Ossuarium. So, if you haven't to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Ossuarium, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Armijo out.